Hello everyone, and welcome to the back nine of round one at the OTB Open, presented by MVP Disc Sports, a part of the Disc Golf Pro Tour. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
And I'm Raven Klein.
And that is who we are. We are watching Paige Pierce, Ohn Scoggins, Ella Hansen, just Ella sometimes, and Sarah Hokom. This is a really tough, long course. It is windy. Anywhere around even par is a great score right now. Let's see what everyone's doing here.
On the front nine, only Paige and Natalie Ryan are still under par. Jennifer Allen's hanging in tight at that even through 11. And then your next, probably around 10 or 11 players are all around +1 or +2. So it's still anyone's game.
Yep. A lot of golf, as they say.
Hole 10, we have a par 4, 667 feet. You want to start by going over the water. Landing in this green is where you're going to see most players, but it does leave you with a tricky shot up to the basket. You have a low ceiling and water along the entire right side. There are a couple players off the tee are going to land on the right side, like right of the water, and that leaves you a hyzer to the pin, but you're over the water the whole time. So pick your poison. Right.
Paige did this. This is, again, a similar hole from last year. The tee is a little bit more forgiving, and we saw Paige do this last year as well, picking that right side play. Definitely more open, but having to cross the water now, like you said, on that second shot.
Yeah.
I would say more people are going to take this left side.
Yeah, it's a little straighter
the biggest
at the
tree.
basket.
Yeah. The problem is you kind of have to throw over those two little trees, and it tends to steal a lot of distance if you throw a little bit too nose up.
Yeah, definitely. It comes down to that second shot. Do you want a hyzer over the water the whole time, or do you want a really low ceiling?
Right. And it's just hard to get enough distance. That was a good shot from Hokom, but she might be a little too far to be attacking for birdie.
Looks like Ella was going for that right side here, but she just throws it so high and then ends up on the straight line.
Still good.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anyone would be upset about that.
Wow.
But
it was so high in the air.
Nowhere near that tree. She was like, I'm not dealing with this.
Ohn barely squeaking over that tree, and that's kind of a really typical landing zone, honestly.
Yeah. Probably hyzered out a little bit more than she wanted to, but she's in the open, so.
So there is, again, water on the right. Ohn not messing around with anything, just throwing a laser beam dead straight. A little shorter than she wanted, I'm sure. She'll probably have a 200-foot approach, maybe.
That sounds about right.
Something like that.
I would say it's close.
So, look at that wind just play with that disc.
I almost think that might have helped.
Yeah.
That had a lot of height. It very well could have gone into the water.
Yeah, Hokom will be pinched behind that tree for an approach. She's probably still 150.
Paige taking this over the water hyzer that we talked about.
No.
Oh, man, that just sank. Unfortunately, land is not in bounds. They have a line that's like 3 to 4 feet up the side.
Yeah, it's very...
So even though she touched dirt, she never crossed back in bounds.
That wind just slammed that thing down.
Yeah, she had great height on it. Oh, man. If she'd been able to clear the tree on the left, that would have been a great approach.
Yeah, great speed and angle. Just that tree was in the way. Paige, kind of the first bigger mistake we've seen from her. She'll have to throw over the water again.
Playing it much safer and leaving herself well left into the land.
She's just outside the circle. Going at the water, it can be a bit of a nervy putt.
Sarah lining up her backhand approach here. Just pushing it too straight, catching the edge, and sliding out of bounds. Dang. Understandably not pumped about that.
No, that just straight up sucks.
Ella having a little bit of that water nerves on her approach and leaving it short. We've all been
still
there.
Pretty close for a par. Ohn's third shot, a little chip forehand. I actually think...
catching another tree.
I'm wondering if that was a destroyer, even from that distance.
Well, yeah, it could have been.
I think it was. She tends to disc up a lot.
Yeah, and just pull back on it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Ohn didn't have much of a look. She'll settle for bogey.
Paige running it.
Yeah.
But just catching Cage, at least sitting by the basket.
So double for Paige.
Same
Dang.
thing for Ella, just outside the circle, finding the cage.
Let him in, you bully. No.
3 for 3. Cage hits, and nobody happy about that.
No.
Not the players, not the spectators.
The basket's probably happy.
That basket can
Slapping 'em
retire. That's a double bogey for Paige.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one mistake can turn into 2 really quickly out here.
Mm-hmm. Ohn grabbing her bogey.
Yeah. Everybody over par on this
Ella
one.
with a bogey. Yeah, and I'm safe to bet that it's kind of how the field played it as well.
Yeah, I don't think any hole averaged under par today as a
As a whole.
as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know how to say that
There-
without sounding dumb.
There were 2 birdies on that hole, I will say.
Hole 11 is a new. It's the same hole. This is a par 4 where the men play a par 3. So you are laying up short of the water and then ideally throwing across to this kind of island style green over here. Pretty generous on the right side and all the way around the basket, but it's very close to the water and pretty treacherous on
Yeah.
the second shot.
Definitely.
First shot is definitely more of a placement. I like the sidearm, though that might be too.
Oh, I just
Oh, I don't know what happened.
caught a little bit of just
Huh.
like a wind gust, and instead
Yeah.
of finishing its flight, it went straight.
Yeah, I
another,
thought it was
30.
like too high in hyzard, but it turned out all right.
Yeah. I would say the first shot really doesn't. Not that it doesn't matter
Yeah.
as much, but it's kind of a spray and pray. You pick
Right.
anywhere up there,
Right.
and then you'll have a look.
And even that from Ohn doesn't look like it was the best shot, but she can still go over from there. It's under
She
300
can.
feet.
Yeah. With this wind, depending on if people short it, you can always pitch up and lay up, within that 200 feet.
Yeah, you don't see
If you
that
go along the
too
left.
often.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I really like this as a par 4 for the women. Most of us are able to go across and attack for birdie.
I would say both Ohn and Paige are a little more left than they would have
Mm-hmm.
wanted, but all safe.
Yep. Hokom throwing her photon here, and that is also a little high in hyzard.
Yep, catches the branches.
Comes down. I wonder how much that branch is going to be in her way. Too much. She just lays up. Bummer.
Doesn't even take the time. She's just like, nope, I already know my plan.
Boy, this is farther than you want.
Yeah. Ohn also going for the layup into that little pocket and going out of bounds,
That is
just
my
catching that edge.
Least favorite thing in disc golf, like to go for the safe shot and then still mess up.
Yes. Paige ripping it into the island.
Wow, great control.
Beautiful shot.
The wind, the angle. She's got it all.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Paige Pierce. Ella with her mid. Wind getting a hold of that, though. Oh, wow. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Giving it a run.
Yeah, accidentally. I
Yeah,
think.
don't think it was on purpose.
Yeah, it's a bummer. That left side wraps in really close. Oh, I like this flex
Ooh.
play from Hokom. It just needs to sit. Good angle control.
Yeah. Ohn throwing from her mark after going OB.
Yeah, this will be her 4th.
Ohn is really high.
Yeah, it doesn't have a chance.
Oh,
So Ohn is out of bounds again.
she will have crossed inbounds.
Yeah, both her and Ella will have, maybe 25 footers?
Yeah.
Closer to 28. Ah, good
Great
hit.
putt from Ella to save her par.
Yeah, what a par save. That's pretty cool. Let's see if Ohn can do the same thing here.
Oh,
no,
just sit.
Oh, God. The panic.
Not again.
Paige for a birdie.
Beautiful. Nice high catch in the chains.
Gets herself back down to even par after the first blemish of the round on the last hole.
And Sarah making good on her par putt as well.
Yeah. I mean, having a layup on the second shot, you can easily turn that into a bogey or worse if you're not careful. So she did well. Man, Ohn going out of bounds twice. Gets the triple bogey. That one hurts.
It does. Hole 12, we have a 362-foot par 3. The main thing to contend with are the 2 large tree trunks in the middle of the fairway, and then as you get to the green, it is a low ceiling. So if you're trying to get approach into the green from anywhere 100 to 150, you might run into those branches. A lot of players are just going to take the hyzer or a flex line to the right side, like that. There you go. I love when they make it easy for me.
Yep. Wow. That, I'm sure, is a Zeus from Paige.
Little high catches the branches, but...
Lands just outside the circle.
Yeah.
It's a good shot. It is 360, but I feel like plays maybe just a bit farther. Because you just have to shape something in there. When I came through, it was like a right to left headwind, too, so it was kind of hard to fight the wind all the way there.
Okay.
Not sure if that's what it was for them, but, you know.
Hard to see, but Ella takes her... What was that? Maybe an FD3 almost looked like?
Nailed it. That's what it was.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Trying to fight that wind, just goes right up the gut. I think she was just outside the circle as well,
Yep.
maybe a little further.
She definitely has a putt. Sarah taking...
Love that line.
Yeah, taking
I really
the
do.
low forehand line out and around the other side of the trees. Ohn likely throwing the flex here. Like so.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Awesome.
That's a great shot. I think that's one of my favorite lines, like one of my favorite throws.
Like a
that feel-
force over flex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really just, it's mesmerizing to me.
You should just watch Ohn all the time. It's like her
I mean, I
thing.
really do.
Got 2 p.m. from you.
A couple of little side bets going on the card. Ella looking at like, what, 38 feet?
Yeah, that sounds right. Little stepper.
Oh, there we go. Cashing it.
Sweet side bet money.
Yeah. That's a great birdie from Ella. That's got to feel good.
Oh, yes.
A replay.
Little
Oh, just so
Stepper?
smooth.
Yeah, so much spin. You can
She
just
has
see it right out of her
great
hand.
timing with her step and her release.
And
Like, it's
every
just
other part of
smooth.
her game also.
You know, that's a good point. Paige trying to cash in a birdie herself. Oh, falling just shy, catching the cage.
Ohn makes good on her par.
And Sarah getting in there for her par as well. A little low, but in is in.
Is she like squatting lower on her putts? Or is it just me? I feel like
I mean, she's always used a lot of leg.
Yeah.
I actually was thinking about that
I
today.
feel like it's more.
Do a little check-in here at the leaderboard. Paige Pierce still sitting at even. Jennifer Allen holding steady. We've added, one stroke into our top 10 here. It goes up for +3, but looking like a great show here from Natalie and Valerie and Holland all the way through.
Yeah, it's changed a lot as we've gone.
Yeah.
Hole 13 is reminiscent of a different hole. It kind of cut an old par 4 in half. It's 337 feet. There is a mandatory on the right that you can find if you throw kind of too straight on a hyzer line. Power sidearm is a good way to get there. Touchy flex is a good way to get there.
And
There's not like one line that screams at you like this is it. It's kind of like, let's get through the tree somehow.
Ella throwing a roller.
Okay.
Taking this outside line. I mean, there's no trees over there. You might as well. Oh, nice. Getting
Yeah.
around.
And I love how often Ella goes to the roller on these golf, like the ball golf style courses.
Looks like Paige is also lining up her roller.
Not to be outdone.
Oh, yeah. Releasing that very central to the fairway.
Yeah, it's cutting kind of towards that mandatory. She did just barely make it. Like,
Yeah, I was
she's
gonna
on
say
the backside of the mandatory tree. I think that the sidearm is probably the clearest way to get there, but it's a good pump. And that's 2 turned. I mean, I think she'll be pretty close to pin high and not have a problem. Maybe,
I mean,
inside
she'll get
circle
up and
too.
down for there,
Yeah.
but she went a little wider than the ideal sidearm line.
Just a bit.
Ohn also lining up that shot. I'm always
Whoa.
amazed how low she keeps it, and
Well,
she gets all the distance.
That was amazing. That was a Colossus too. It looked like
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
like low and burned over.
Yeah.
And then it immediately started fighting.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Sarah laying it up, so she'll have a nice tap in for par. Just keeping it simple. She's not stressing herself out with these long putts.
It's important.
Yeah.
Paige with a long look for birdie.
Getting up there, but not quite enough power to keep height.
Ella from, what do you think, 40,
At least, yeah.
50? 45, we'll say.
Ooh,
Can
leaving
jam.
her short. Can jam.
Yeah.
There we go.
What a
Ohn
birdie. With the lowest, flexiest sidearm around.
that you've ever seen.
I mean, seriously. Love it.
Yeah, the hole itself didn't play incredibly difficult, but Ohn was the only birdie on
Yeah.
it today.
Yeah, it's just not a super clear line.
No, which I love, but can be difficult.
Yeah, right. It can be hard.
Because I mean, we saw.
in these trees, the wind was very swirly.
If disc golf is your game, make Gotta Go, Gotta Throw your disc golf warehouse. With a huge selection of discs, bags, baskets, carts, shirts, and more. GottaGoGottaThrow.com has all the tools to take your game to the next level. Shop online or our Golden Valley, Minnesota store. Free shipping with all online orders over $75. Online or in-store, get what you need for the game you love. GottaGoGottaThrow.com, your disc golf warehouse. In the game since 1993.
Hole 14 is a par 3, 351 feet. It's this hole is wild. We have a green up near the basket that is OB, and that is not the hardest part. I really like the flex forehand here to get all the way up, but these trees are just staring at you.
There's out of bounds all along the left, all that tall stuff. And there's water behind it too. You can lose your disc. I think flex forehand is the only way to like reliably get in the circle.
I'll disagree a little because I really like the backhand. You just get like that perfect S curve.
Yeah, but you kind of have to challenge a tree, right?
Oh, Ella just burns that one into the ground. That is unfortunate. Yeah, no, you have to get like a foot within that second tree.
Right. So I'm saying the flex forehand is the only way to like not bring the trees into play and still get there. Otherwise, I feel like you gotta get lucky. Kind of like that.
Oh well. So you can do that.
Yeah. No, that was great.
No,
You really
the forehand 100%. You're right.
Squeak a backhand by into those very small gaps.
Yeah, I think this is one of the first holes where most people look at it and agree on the line. Whether they can hit it or not, they agree on it.
Oh my God. Sit.
Oh, Sarah finding the out of bounds
Just
after
barely.
swirling around the edge two
What a
or three times.
tease. God.
Ella getting that really low first shot. Oh, just good under the tree. Good. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, rolls a little bit past it, but she is fine.
I mean, from where she was.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
No, it was
great
shot.
scramble.
Uh-huh.
There aren't
Just
really
saying
enough
it'd be
scrambles
nice
on this
to be
course.
part, that's all.
Oh, no, I agree.
Ohn skipping it off the green.
Great
and
shot.
Landing close.
I'll always take being parked
Oh, yeah.
over anything else.
The no-putt strategy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best.
Yeah. Ever not trusting your putt? Don't do it.
Hokom, unfortunately, laying up her third.
Ella looking at, what, 20-footer, 25-footer?
18 foot.
Oh, that's right. 18 is your number. And cashing it for par. Sarah piecing together her bogey.
Yep.
It's a bummer. Ohn grabbing a par here. And then last but definitely not least, after that beautiful drive,
Just a
we have
tapping.
Paige tapping in her birdie.
Love it.
Getting herself back to under par.
Hole 15 is a new hole. Water carry on the tee shot. It's 300 feet to get across the water. You can lay up short or even lay up to the right and still potentially birdie it. There's an out of bounds green on the right and water behind the pin as well. I think we'll see all these ladies just throw right across it. It actually looks like the wind is down as well.
It was probably the calmest it had been
Yeah.
in the round.
Good time to attack.
Yeah,
That looks great from Paige.
that's beautiful. I like this hole. I think
do
this
too.
hole is really cool because to clear the water, have it only be 300, I think that most of the field can attack it.
Yeah,
Whether or
I
not
do
they have the
think-
confidence to.
I think it plays a little farther.
I would agree.
Mostly just if the wind is up. Mm-hmm. I think this play is really, really common to go all the way to the right here. There's a drop zone here too for if you go into the water. You can still birdie if you do that well. Like you do want to be a little farther than Ohn got. But
Yeah, she had a bit of a low release on that.
yeah, it's like right at that distance where it's just a little scary to go for it. But hey man, if the wind is down,
Ella ripping hers.
attack.
And the only problem, okay, so she hits a tree and falls. Had she cleared that,
Yeah.
you do get the green coming into contention.
Totally. Not like a problem for a lot of people though. Mm-hmm. She
But if
should
you
have thrown
can-
a mitt. I mean, what was
If you
she
can
doing?
push through the trees, though, it does let you see the basket pretty clear. Oh, that's
Protect
nice.
the geese.
Protect the geese.
I ran out and like cleared them out of the way for a shot.
I don't think she expected to throw it that short, not thinking the geese would come into play,
Right.
but at least she gave him the proper call.
Yeah.
That was a really nice
Very
courtesy
respectful.
of the geese.
On throwing that flex
Oh,
line, it
that's
needs
gotta
to
sit.
fade out.
Skipping along the grass and ending up in the water.
I was trying to fight,
Yeah.
and she's what 80 feet away,
Probably similar, yeah, something like that. Similar.
Yeah. So I guess they are just going for the short layup. You can also lay up long right side.
And then you have
Also,
a little less to contend with on your approach.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah leaving that, a little bit short of what I would consider a really good bid, but I
yeah,
predict she'll lay up.
She's fine for par, I think.
Yeah.
Ella rewarded with a pretty short upshot, and a little too short of an
Weak
upshot.
sauce. Nothing like the self-talk of disc golfers.
I know. It's tough. It's on a hill and there's water behind it, so I feel like you kind of end up holding back, you know?
And Paige throwing hers, I would say also short, but getting more of a glide than Ella did on the grass.
Yeah. A Paige there for easy birdie.
Ohn getting herself under the basket.
Yeah, she'll have to settle for a bogey with that out of bounds stroke.
Ella just pitching up. I'll take my par, thank you.
Yep. Paige for birdie. Cash.
Great
Two
job.
down.
Let's go, Paige.
That's so clean. Two down with a double bogey, too.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
Wow. Clean par from Sarah.
So gentle. I'm trying to figure out how
Trying
to
to
mark the
mark it.
putter.
It's like wedged underneath in the base.
That's great. Taking her bogey with that unfortunate OB. There were 5 birdies on that hole today, so that was nice.
All right.
Hole 16, par 3, are only sub 300 by 1 foot. And wouldn't you know, it's elevated. This one's tough. You can take a wide hyzer and get yourself up to the pin, but you're going to see pretty much everyone just trying to laser straight down the middle.
It was a tailwind when I came through. I don't know what it was like for them, so it was hard to laser one. It tended to stable out, and then it leaves you with a scary putt up the hill at the elevated basket.
This is true, yeah.
But, so we'll see Ella go huge hyzer
Ella
here.
just
doing
she's like, what low ceiling?
Crazy stuff. I don't even know where that is.
No, she pushed
Past
her.
the pin?
Yeah, she pushes herself past the pin probably by like a good 40, 45 feet.
Yeah. Breaking the clouds. It was a cloud.
It was a cloud breaker.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, you have to say the second part. Otherwise, it's lame.
Oh, I just thought it was a well played
Oh, thanks.
word.
Anyway, Hokom throws into circle 2. Gets a little caught up with a tree.
I do like the forehand approach here. Getting yourself inside this first little tree.
Yeah, and then fading back towards the pin. Little low. Nope, it's fine.
But it's Ohn's throw, so it's
Jesus.
not low.
It's not. It's exactly what she wants. And then it stables out and skips right to the pin. It's beautiful.
So here's Ella.
Wow. Wow.
Not even going to bother.
What else to say about that?
Sarah taking no time as well,
did
making
anyone
her choice.
Tell her it was less than 300 feet?
Her arm were just dialed to that 400 zone, you know,
Right.
and she's, Paige giving it a run there, but high and over the basket, so she's going to have a still pretty long look.
Yeah, definitely a tester comebacker.
Oh, and another band hit.
Yep,
That's
definitely what this hole is designed to do.
Birdogies are no fun.
Birdies
Own
are,
with
though.
the birdie, a just easy birdie. Paige grabbing her bogey, and Ella and Sarah laid up for their pars.
Ohn working her way back. 5 over's really not a bad round out here. I mean, it's really not.
Yeah, no, and
Hole 17 is a par 4. Same hole as last year. You're battling some low trees, trying to get out around here, somewhere around the water's edge, and then making a decision to push over the water and try to land on this little peninsula green, or perhaps just lay up for a safe par. Sounds like the wind is back.
oh, it is, and there is an OB green
Oh, right.
left side
You're
as you
right.
come up the fairway as well. So
You can definitely find that if you
Might-
hyzer out.
yeah, some people. Oh. Never think about the trees before you throw, because then they just sit in your mind's eye. Ella, yeah, taking the hyzer route.
MD3 again. Throwing a mid to where most of us just, want to throw our drivers.
I like trying to push the hyzer a little bit further down that center fairway, because then you don't really have to worry about the green, but you keep yourself away from the water.
Yep. This is a photon. Solid forehand line.
Yeah, it's a nice
caught
line.
up just at the last second.
It looked a little high. Probably wanted to get that a little lower, but I would say it ended up fine for her.
Oh, interesting. Paige going out and around
Come
everything.
on.
Kind of looking like she's going towards that green.
Yeah, and she does find that OB green.
Huh. I wonder if she's trying to throw. She must have been trying to throw more of like an Anheuser.
I would
or a
assume so,
flex.
yeah.
Just went way too straight. I haven't seen anybody throw that line.
Is a little, I wouldn't say it's too low of a ceiling, but definitely branches to contend with. So hitting that hyzer line effortlessly, really. I mean,
Yeah.
it looked great.
Yeah, unfortunately, she is where like an excellent drive lands, and so she's gonna have a tough time getting a par. Wow,
Yeah.
look at how understable that disc is.
Yeah, I mean, there is obviously a lot of open space out here. As you get to the corner of the water, it's always interesting to me to see if players take the wide forehand approach like this and skip in toward the basket, or if they try and like risk it and hyzer over the water.
I think they're both equally risky and scary, but
Yeah.
yes, very interesting.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch someone else do it.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like watching other people approach it, and
The-
then I
I do
get mine over with.
Right. I like the backhand just because then if you make a mistake, there's a lot more land to catch you.
Yeah, assuming you don't make an earlier mistake
Right,
of
right.
not catching the land.
You're right. You're right.
Ella and Paige both using a sidearm approach, and I would say leaving themselves further than they'd like. So we're probably looking at a couple layups here,
Yeah. You never know.
but
though.
safe.
Ohn's third shot. She's definitely giving it all she's got.
Oh, love that.
Wow.
Let's go, Ohn.
Just pure confidence.
Yeah. And like no
trust.
hesitation
Yeah.
either.
She knows what she has to do, and she did it.
Claps for Ohn.
Good control on that.
yeah.
It's easy to mess up this distance, I think.
Those 100 to 120
Yeah, you're
footers
like, do
with
I jump
wind.
putt? Do I softly throw?
Mm-hmm. And you want to keep it low, but then you don't want to burn it out. And it's just,
It's a lot.
ooh, a little in between.
Was it a run?
I'm going to say it was just like an accidentally high layup.
That's what I think. Too.
Sarah grabbing her par. Ella with a par.
Par feels great on
Par
this
feels
one.
so, I mean, on most of these holes.
Yeah, I feel like this one in particular.
Yeah. This one just, with the water being so much of the end of the hole. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's
Deadly.
treacherous. It's
Yeah.
deadly. And Paige with a bogey. An unfortunate green there. Hole 18, we have a par 4, 594 feet. You want to punch your disc up to this corner. You really want to clear that bush that was just on screen and get to this spot. As it starts to enter toward the basket, it narrows, and we've got ourselves a little bit of a keyhole going on.
Yeah, it's exactly like the
fort.
Yeah, the finishing
fort.
hole at the World Championships.
Yeah.
At the fort in Ogden, Utah.
I would say the
drama.
big thing, the drama. Really don't want to be there.
Yeah, I'd say the big thing is to
That's what I was
not
about to
pinch
say.
yourself. Yep.
Is
'Cause
if
she'll
you're
just-
going to go short, be left.
Yeah, yeah. There is out of bounds left if you're not careful, but you really have to saw one off, I think, to find
Yeah.
it. Ella with that MD3.
Oh, that's looking great.
Just needs to miss that.
Oh, needs to miss that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you called it.
Dang.
So she'll be a little pinched off, probably looking at like a forehand approach around the corner. I assume similar for Ohn. I don't think she'll be able to step out.
Yeah, I think they'll be kind of short layups.
Yeah. Getting themselves to the corner and playing this for that par.
This looks like a much better angle from Sarah. If it just misses
Oh
the
my
dang tree, get out of the way,
gosh.
tree. I thought I was
Yeah.
going around it. All right, let's see if
The tree
Paige
to
can
beat.
get to the corner here. Looks like a passion.
That's look. I actually was gonna say I really like the left side here, assuming you don't end up right behind the tree.
Yeah. You just have to throw it really straight and not get too much turn or fade.
Oh,
It's really straight.
very particular.
Yep. And that's probably the best play.
Sarah being just inside the tree, which is nice, lining up that forehand,
And she lands in bounds.
and that's great.
This strip is, what, maybe 30, 35 feet across, and then it bubbles out when it gets to the green to 40-ish.
Yeah, it gives you that
45.
full, like, circle effect.
Yeah. Right, keyhole, like you said.
Yeah, it's keyhole.
Yeah.
Ella taking that approach.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
jeez.
And she's
Oh, that
safe.
was so much closer than I expected. Pushing it further than she probably wanted.
Oh, man. Ohn, so pinched.
But it's Ohn, so she'll figure it out. Like we said, she knows her game,
Yep.
and she executes. Same thing. She's getting herself kind of close to that OB line, but inside and safe.
Paige, looking at a birdie here. Those two trees on the right down the fairway are out of bounds. Sometimes you see people kind of hyzer in between them. Paige is going Anheuser.
I love this approach into this green.
Floaty and drifty.
Yeah, throwing something with a little more stability on that Anheuser and just letting it push forward and then settle.
Beautiful.
I mean,
That second spotter, I don't know if you saw, really had her flag waves dialed.
Yo, she was great.
I was like, she was starting a race or something. Like, I was very excited.
It's the checker flag. Ohn taking a wide hyzer approach up into the green. I really like that if you're down by the corner.
Trust.
As long as you know you picked your right disc and you trust it to come back.
Also, that big tree on the right side is a great marker. You know that's like right where the out of bounds is. So like visually, you kind of know exactly what you need to do. That pushes a little deep for Ella. She's okay. You could not make noises.
Well, you know, it went further.
She's okay.
I know it's Ella. She's fine.
You were there.
Yeah, but I didn't get to see it.
You're right.
Like that. Are you kidding me?
You're right.
It's a new angle for me.
It's a good layup for Hokom for her par, especially with that tree hit off the tee. And Ella definitely with a tester. I'm sorry, you can make whatever noises you want.
I mean, I'm still gonna. Oof. There's my noise. Yeah, leaving that one low.
Dang. So Ella gonna finish with a 3 over, which is still honestly decent. Paige finishing with a big birdie to get under par for the round. Such a clean round from Paige. I mean, a couple errors, but quite a few birdies out there.
Ohn grabbing her par. It's a great save after being pinched in the corner. Ella with the unfortunate bogey. And Sarah with the par.
What a course.
Yeah, seriously. This was... Actually, I was surprised. It was still like under 4 hours for the round.
Yeah.
But it feels so much longer.
It does feel longer.
Paige picking up 4 birdies there on the back 9 after starting with the unfortunate double bogey. Yeah. So she kicked herself into gear and was...
snagging a couple too.
Yeah, one of the only... She's the only person under par?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep, we'll see in just a second. And you see there, Ohn 11th, Hokom 18th, so they're still hanging in there. Natalie Ryan, the only one at even par, and then got a pair of sisters here, Alexis and Valerie Mandujano, tied, as well as Holland Hanley at 1 over. Got a few peeps at 2, 3, 4 over.
Yeah, it'll be nice. We'll see a couple new faces tomorrow on the lead card, and I'm excited to see a couple different players and how they approach the course.
Absolutely. Thanks again, all of our FPO VIP members, supporting all the FPO coverage that GK Pro puts out. GKProDisc.com. Starts at $10 a month to support what we're doing. Even if you don't, we still like you. And thank you for watching. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
And I'm Raven Klein.
And there are more names, but we're going to stop talking now.
And we'll see you tomorrow.